Where's she going? 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 Where's she going?
It's over!
Where's she going? 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 Where's she going?
It's over!
Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael does life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, you setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, you setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, you setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, you setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, you setup. There's a trailer, there's a moat, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it! Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael does life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it!
It's a massive W. Coming through with the Bruce Wayne Bucks before the show begins. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast is in here and plowing through unlike anything we've ever seen before. We've never seen support like that before the show begins, that I can tell you. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast plowing through here today in a gargantuan way with the $500 super chat. Let's get a dub for this one. This is unbelievable. This is incredible. The support is off the hook. It is just unprecedented, and we love to see it. The Bruce Wayne Bucks plopped wide open on the table. The briefcase on the table plopped wide open with the Bruce Wayne Bucks inside. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast just single-handedly carrying the entire show and coming through before the show began here with a massive $500 super chat. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before on the history of the show. In 4+ years, we haven't seen anything like this, I'll tell you that. Not before the show begins. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in just a Tyrannosaurus Rex way. I mean, we're talking just gargantuan support there, incredible support, and we do appreciate that so kindly. Coming through in a way that makes sense. He appreciates and recognizes greatness, and we wish other people could as well. You have Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast plowing through here today with the gargantuan, the massive, the colossal $500 super chat before the show begins. This is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before the show begins. We've never seen anything like this. So we need another big round of W's for Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast for just coming through and sponsoring the show here today, quite frankly, because that is ultimately just an unbelievable super chat there, and we do appreciate it. The Bruce Wayne Bucks on the table, the Clint Eastwood Bucks on the table, Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through with the $500 super chat, making a damn point here today, and that's what we love to see. And as such, what we're going to do for you is we're going to go to the acknowledgement board here, and you get the entire acknowledgement board. Songwriters, look at this right here. That's a little too big. Look at this right here, folks. This is going to be incredible. Look at this right here. This is beautiful. Songwriters. We're going to have to take it down a little notch here. That's not what we want. Take it down a little notch here. Songwriters coming through. Look at this. This is beautiful. Fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that right there. Songwriters Behind is beautiful. This is incredible. This is incredible. Look at this right here. Songwriters Behind the Curtains. This is beautiful. You get the entire page today, bud. And I think we got it right. Can you guys see that on the screen? We're going to make sure you can see that on the screen here. Songwriters Behind the Curtains podcast coming through with the gargantuan $500 super chat. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. Let's fix this here because there is an issue. That's not what we want. We clicked on and it's just not working. It's not cooperating. So sad. Let's go ahead and redo this here. And there we go. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in a gargantuan way here. We need you guys to lock in. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast came through before the show began with the $500 super chat. I mean, no one has ever done that before. No one has ever done that, not before the show has begun. This is unprecedented support here today. The Bruce Wayne Bucks on the table, the Clint Eastwood Bucks on the table here. Just incredible. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through hard and strong before the show takes off here. And in a way that makes sense. The briefcase on the table, only 45 likes in here and only 160 viewers. But nonetheless, the support is stronger than ever. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what you need to know and understand. This is unprecedented support. We've never seen anything like this before the show began, mind you. Okay, that's the key crucial factor here. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in a way that makes sense before the show began. We've never seen this type of support before the show begins, that I can tell you. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast plowing through here today in a way that makes sense. The briefcase on the table. We need 100 likes for this. This is incredible. We need 100 likes for this. This is incredible. Here's the reality of the situation. Next week, the trailer 2 is getting announced. And we'll go through this here today on why we believe this very strongly, okay? And it's so funny because we only have 150 viewers, barely 100 viewers, right? But next week, we're going to have many more viewers. We're going to have many more viewers because I'll tell you what, this game, trailer 2 is getting announced next week. And you need to lock in. And who was there to tell you? Who was there to tell you that this was happening? We have been so dead on with this game. We have been so right with this game. And quite frankly, it gets boring to be so right with these games. But I will tell you that you're gonna be in for a surprise next week, okay? It's time to start talking about this game again, and it's time to start talking about it in a way that makes sense. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. You guys need to give it up for him. He is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. And before the show began, mind you. Okay? Before the show began. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in a way that makes sense. We got you on the acknowledgement board. And quite frankly, you have taken up the entire acknowledgement board here today with the unprecedented, groundbreaking support here before the show began. This is record-breaking support before the show begins, mind you. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast is in the building here today and making a damn point, and that's what we love to see. It's nothing but dubs up in the chat. It's really that simple. We need to get the likes up here. We need to get the views up. We need to get everything up. Everything needs to get up, right? And in order to help facilitate that, well, you guys need to start participating. Like the stream, share the stream. Those two things, it takes 2 seconds, okay? Because next week there's going to be more viewers. This game is getting the trailer 2 announcement next week. I can tell you that right now. If you don't believe that, you're an idiot. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through in a way that makes sense before the show began with record-breaking support. No one, from my knowledge, and believe me, my brain ain't too good, but no one from my knowledge has come through with $500 before the show has begun. I don't think that's ever happened. This is record-breaking support here today. And record-breaking support here today from Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast for plowing through hard and strong with the gargantuan, the colossal $500 super chat. You guys need to thank him because you freeloaders couldn't be bothered to step up. So literally one guy has to just, come through so hard and so strong because no one else can, it's not a team effort in here. It should be a team effort, but it's not a team effort in here. So one guy has to do all the heavy lifting because you stupid idiots can't step up. You got tons of time to go buy a PS5 and save up for Grand Theft Auto 6 because this game's going to be $150, okay? So you got plenty of time to save up money so that way when Rockstar announces the price, you can't bitch because you'll have enough money by then. So you need to get a job before GTA 6 comes out, and that way you can quit your job when the game comes out and live your virtual job in the game, right? Because that's what Rockstar wants you to do. You can slave away to that. So Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast, record-breaking support here today with the $500 super chat. And mind you, this was before the show began here today, coming through in a way that makes sense. You guys need to lock in here today, and you're just still not listening. But come next week, you guys will be listening because this game is getting announced. The trailer 2, anyway, is getting announced next week. And why we have so much confidence in that is it's really common sense. It's really common sense. Trailer 2 for Grand Theft Auto 6 is getting announced next week, and if I'm wrong, well, we might never stream again, but I think we're going to be very right on this. I think it's very, well, it's just common sense, quite frankly. And we'll show you why we have so much confidence in this and why we believe that this is happening very soon, okay? So you guys need to lock in. You guys sit there, and it's the weekend. It's the final weekend before Trailer 2 is the talk of the town again, right? Because I told you guys this all summer. I said, well, you guys don't want to talk about GTA 6. Now we're almost here. It's November 1st, folks. And, man, we're kicking things off in a way that makes sense. I mean, this is the support that we want to see. This is the support that we want to see every single day. You know what I mean? Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast just plowing through here and plowing through in a way that makes sense before the show began. It's a huge dub. It's a huge thank you. And that's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get some hearts and dubs in the chat. We know you guys still can't operate that chat, but nonetheless, I'm busy doing the show. So I've already put my dubs in the chat. I've already appreciated the fact that Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast came through so gargantuanly. We've already appreciated that. We've already acknowledged that. I have in the chat. And it's time for you guys to pat him on the back because, it's not a team effort in here. It should be a team effort in here. But since it isn't and one person has to carry the ball to the fucking basketball hoop, well, you guys need to acknowledge that and appreciate that because you slackers on the bench, you can't be bothered to get up off of the bench because, believe me, the coach don't want you on the bench. Coach wants you right on the bench, rather. Don't want you on the court because you can't be bothered to perform. So that's the reality of the situation. We need you guys to lock in here today, and you guys don't care about this game. The Crobat video came out yesterday. Halloween was saved. And today, Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast has came through unlike ever before. The Crobat video, incredible. And I think that video has over, 300,000 views, 400,000 views? Just incredible work. Crobat is really the best in the world at what he does. And I'm not trolling. No one else is on that level. No one else can tell stories like that. You really have to think about it like this. He doesn't talk in the videos, right? But the video says everything, right? I mean, it's just incredible work. It's incredible work that a lot of people, it just goes in one ear and out the other. They like to leave their little attention comment and go, oh my gosh. But really, it's just a piece of art. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast is appreciating greatness out here when no one else can be bothered to step up to the plate. One man can. Where's the team effort in here? Have we even hit 100 likes? No. 57 likes, by the way. Unbelievable. We should ban everyone. And quite frankly, I think that's what we should do. I think we should ban everyone. And I think the only one standing left would be Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. Because no one else can be bothered to even hit the like button. This is pathetic. It's a team effort in here. And when you have one person carrying the whole show, well, quite frankly, it's ridiculous. Because this is a big load here. Let me tell you that right now. That's why he's got the whole damn acknowledgement board filled up. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast coming through and kicking this show off in a big way. Unprecedented support here today with a $500 super chat before the show began. This has never happened in the history, 4+ year history of this show, of sitting out here on this damn bench. To my knowledge, never has happened. Before the show has begun anyway. It's never happened. Not 500. Songwriters Behind the Curtain. And someone else is stepping up to the plate. Who the fuck could it be? Why is that not on the screen?
Michael Wilson super chatted
Michael Wilson's coming through.
Just remember, folks, world class was right about
Michael Wilson is in the building here. Holy motherfucking shit, we got just colossal support here today. The team effort is assembling. Michael Wilson is in the building, and he's coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. Michael Wilson is in the building. It's like the Wilson football. American football. Oh, you guys wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Michael Wilson is in the building and coming through, and that's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get you in green, bud. Well, it's not cooperating here. We can't pick a color. Maybe we can. Michael Wilson is coming through. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and extend the acknowledgement board here. Unprecedented support here today. And it's in red, but I guess it's just going to have to do because I can't select a different color. I'm tapping on green, and it's not selecting green. The entire app is trash. Throw this in the garbage because it's not working. So Michael Wilson is in the building, and he's coming through as well with the $5 super chat, and you're not even seeing this for some reason. Michael Wilson is on the screen. We tried to put your name in green, but it wouldn't let us select that. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast, gargantuan, colossal support here today, and Michael Wilson is coming through as well, and that's what we love to see. What a great way to kick November off. Holy shit. You see, with this momentum, we can really take it to the next level, especially as the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 is more than likely going to be announced next week. And why we strongly believe in that is because it just makes sense, and we will show you in a moment what we're talking about. So I need you guys to get with the program in here, and we need you to figure it out, because Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast is coming through in a way that makes sense with a $500 super chat before the show began, mind you. And now Michael Wilson is stepping up to the plate with a $5 super chat. It's what we love to see, and the support is continuing here. This is unprecedented here.
Demetrius Trump Clips super chatted $5. World class, getting paid today in a way that ultimately makes sense.
You're damn right. You know what? That's what we deserve. We came out here yesterday and we were freezing our ass off. It's a lot warmer out here today. But I will tell you that Demetrius Trump is coming through with the $5 super chat. It's what we love to see, Demetrius Trump. And I'll tell you what, speaking of Trump 2024 next week, the election on Tuesday, it's going to be amazing to see Trump. President Trump again. That's what we're talking about. Demetrius Trump in the building coming through. Let's go ahead and extend the acknowledgement board. Demetrius Trump is coming through. We can't change the color. Demetrius Trump is coming through. We need you guys to lock in here today. And the camera angle is getting terrible again. The sun is right in our face here. So we got Behind the Curtain, Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. Is this on the screen? Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast, Michael Wilson, and now Demetrius Trump coming through. The three amigos have assembled, coming through in a way that makes sense. Are we trolling in here? We don't have time to pause the show here. You guys aren't listening. I'm going right into it. We're not going to sit out here and start arguing, okay? Someone else is coming through here. Jake and Bake is in the building. That's what we love to see. Jake and Bake is in the building. He's coming through with the $5.
Super chatted $4.99. $500 is crazy. Mr. Beast bucks are on the table.
Yeah.
Money bag.
Well, it is considering the view count that we have. I mean, quite frankly, it is. It is pretty crazy.
Money bag.
Jake and Bake is coming through with a $5 super chat. Let's go ahead and get you on the acknowledgement board. And you're joining Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. You're joining Michael Wilson, and you're joining Demetrius Trump here. So the four horsemen have assembled, and they have assembled in a way that makes sense here today. So we have Jake and Bake in the building here. Jake and Bake in the building, coming through here today and coming through in a way that makes sense. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast in the building coming through. Michael Wilson in the building. Demetrius Trump, Jake and Bake. We got the four horsemen in the building here today. So we're going to go ahead and break this down here. We got the battery is just, something's wrong with this thing. 70%. It shouldn't be that low already, but it is. Draining way too quick. We need you guys to get a 1 in the chat. Let's go. We need you guys to get a 1 in the chat. Let's go. The energy is way too low in here. We got people stepping up to the plate. The team is assembling. We got Michael Wilson in the building. We got Demetrius Trump. We got Jake and Bake. We got Songwriters Podcast. And now someone else is coming through. Mike is in the building. And that's what we love to see.
Mike super chatted $5. Songwriter $500 W. Crobat W. Dead Rising Demakel.
Yeah. Yeah, the Crobat video yesterday, that saved Halloween. What a treat on Halloween, you know? What a treat on Halloween. Just an incredible video showcasing that slop. I tried to tell you guys that the game was garbage, but, you know, I can only show you so much. Crobat has a keen eye to really hone in on those things. And it was worse than I thought it was. The Dead Rising demake, worse than I thought it was. I mean, you guys need to go back and watch that video again. There's just so much in that video. And it's just a total disgrace to the original game in every single capacity. Mike is coming through. We're going to add you to the acknowledgement board here. That's what we love to see. Mike is coming through. Jake and Bake, Demetrius Trump, Michael Wilson in the building. Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. So the 5 amigos have assembled here today. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the chat here. Let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the chat here. Well, we should have more viewers. Oh, the $500 super chat has seemingly disappeared here. I don't know what's going on. The whole system is glitching. I can barely even use this thing. It's lagging so bad. The show isn't supposed to be about super chats, but I guess if you guys want to make it about that, we'll just do this every day. Because when this trailer comes out, you guys will still have nothing to say. Have no idea what's going on. So we're going to break this down nonetheless because the battery is draining quick. Okay, this is the reality of the situation. Next week, right here on the street, someone else is coming through. Molly's in the building. That's what we love to see. Molly is coming through hard and strong.
Just tipped $9.99 through super
Molly
chat.
is in the
Michael,
building.
2 hearts, hot face.
That's what we love to see. Molly is in the building, and she's coming through hard and strong with the $10 super chat. That's what we love to see. Molly is in the building, and she is coming through hard and strong and coming through in a way that makes sense with the $10 super chat. The support today is just unprecedented, really. That's what we love to see. Molly's in the building, and as such, we're going to go ahead and go to the acknowledgement board and get Molly up on the list here and put you right over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and redo that one. Molly is in the building, and she's coming through in a way that makes sense with a $10 super chat, hard and strong here. That's what we love to see. Big support here today. Coming through and coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. Molly's in the building. And as such, what we're going to do here is we're going to try this Mountain Dew. Has anyone in here tried this Mountain Dew. I don't think I've tried it. It's not necessarily new, but we haven't. I don't think we've tried this one. I mean, maybe we have, but actually we might have. Can't remember. Mountain Dew Frostbite. It's what we love to see. Mountain Dew Frostbite. Has anyone tried this? We're going to go ahead and try this here. Mountain Dew Frostbite. We need you guys to lock in here. Where are the viewers? 106,000 subscribers, only 159 viewers, by the way. Like, Rockstar should cancel this game because there's literally no hype. There's absolutely no hype for this game, and I don't know at this point if they can save it. I mean, I really don't. Because even if next week they do announce a trailer too, you still have to wait until basically December or whenever that does drop. So there's still a whole nother waiting, but you're going to at least get confirmation. So we're going to go to the reality of the situation here, and this is where it really just gets very interesting. Okay, so November 6, 2024. It's right here, November 6, 2024. That is next Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, whatever the hell that is. I think that's next Wednesday. Pretty positive. Next Wednesday, Take-Two Interactive Earning Conference Call. Mike is coming through with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Mike is in the building with a two-time.
Mike super chatted $5.
Woo!
Taco Bell Decades meal review when?
Yeah, we were thinking about that. But I heard that they're not great. We'll see. Mike in the building coming through with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. Let's go ahead and update the acknowledgement board here. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Mike in here with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. It's what we love to see. We got to lock in here, folks. November 6, 2024. Take-Two Interactive Earning Conference Call. Now, you might look at this and say, who gives a shit? Well, there's a reason to care, okay? And in order for me to explain this to you, we have to go back to the past. Okay? We have to go back to the past. So, November 8th, 2023 is a significant date. Okay? I need you to lock in. Is this on the screen? It's not on the screen. Why is this not on the screen? Should be on the screen now. November 8th, 2023 is a significant date, and in a moment we're going to show you why that's the case. And we've already talked about this, but we have a listening comprehension issue in here. November 8th, 2023, that is a significant date, and if we come over here and we scroll down, look at this right here. If we come over here and scroll down, you will see November 8th, 2023. And again, Rockstar came out of the woodwork on that date, and they gave us an update on Grand Theft Auto 6. They said a trailer was coming in early December on November 8th, 2023. Therefore, we got the announcement for GTA 6 Trailer 1, November 8th, 2023, which aligns with the conference call from Take-Two, November 8th, 2023. Are we understanding this? So if we scroll back up here, the big question right now is history going to repeat itself? November 6th, 2024. November 6th, 2024. Is Rockstar going to do the same thing that they did last year and pull the curtain back again on Grand Theft Auto 6 and next week announce that a trailer 2 is coming? I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. And not only for these reasons that we have shown here, but because, and I need you to lock in, but because they haven't said anything about this game in nearly 1 year. And that actually, even for Rockstar standards, is insane. Because if we look at the launch timeline for GTA 5, if we look at the launch timeline for Red Dead Redemption 2, there was rumblings. It wasn't complete total silence, right? It wasn't complete total silence. For GTA 6, it has literally been nothing but complete total silence. And no, that is actually not normal, even for Rockstar games. So Rockstar is eventually going to have something to show for. And I think next week is when they pull the curtain back. They start to pull the curtain back again on this game. And the hype train starts initiating. And I think we either get a trailer in December like we did last year, or early 2025, maybe spring of 2025. If not earlier than that, maybe January 2025. This is what we're currently thinking. Unless they announce a delay, there could be. Nonetheless, we're getting news on this game very soon. They have to answer to the investors, and that's happening next week. The fact that you guys come out of the woodwork and still think that this game, that you're not going to get an announcement with this game, is unbelievable. They have to have something to show for sooner rather than later. And I know that's a hard concept for you to wrap your head around, but they have to have something to show for sooner rather than later. And again, if we go back to the past, November 8th, 2023, that was the conference call last November right here. So November 8th, 2023, we come over here, November 8th, 2023, November 8th, 2023, November 8th, 2023. Rockstar pulled the curtain back because they had to have something to show for to the investors. That's the reality. And the reality is going to be that again this year. They have to have something to show for, especially if the game is on track for 2025, because we're now closer to 2025 than ever before, of course. They have to have something to show for, and it has to be pretty soon. November 6th, 2024. They're going to pull the curtain back ever so slightly next week. If they don't, then I don't think this game's coming in 2025. I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. If they remain silent for the remainder of this year, if Rockstar remains silent for the remainder of this year, this game is delayed to 2026. I'll tell you that right now. So if you don't get an update, that's an update in and of itself in the non-traditional sense. Does that make sense? Argue against this. Because some people don't believe me. They sit there and they say, well, this isn't happening, and they have to have something to show for it. You guys need to wake up in here. We're going to do some karaoke here in a minute. The sun is going down. There's a bug that's just constantly in my face. It's unbelievably annoying. I don't understand. We're going to have to learn a different language. I'm going to ask Santa Claus to get me that Rosetta software, if they still make that, or whatever the hell it's called, and we're going to learn a different language. I'm serious. We're going to learn a different language, and it'll widen the appeal of the show. Because you guys don't listen to English, right? Maybe you guys don't speak English, or you speak it in a different way. But there's obviously a language barrier in here. This bug is really annoying. We're going to have to wrap the show up here because you guys aren't listening. You guys are not listening here. And you should be listening because no one else is telling you this. And if they are, they're not live. They have to have something to show for. Last year, they had something to show for during the conference call last November. It's right here on the screen. Last year, the conference call, November 8th, 2023. November 8th, 2023. It wasn't a coincidence. Take-Two owns Rockstar Games. They have to have something to show for. They've been quiet for an entire year nearly. November 6, 2024, Rockstar has to ever so slightly, in my opinion, pull the curtain back yet again on Grand Theft Auto 6. It just makes sense. Again, if you look at the launch timeline for GTA 5, if you look at the launch timeline for Red Dead Redemption 2, we had some information, good or bad, we had some information regarding those two games within a 1-year gap. There was something. This time around, for Grand Theft Auto 6, we have gotten nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that is absolutely crazy. It's actually unusual for Rockstar to stay that silent. So clearly something's happening with this game, and not necessarily in a good way. But they're going to have something to show for here, because I don't think they can regurgitate, because what they've been saying at these conference calls is that it's coming in fall of 2025. That's what the suits are saying, fall 2025 timeline. Okay, well, if that's the case, 2025 is about 2 months away. They're going to have something to show for fairly soon, right? Sure, they could wait until spring, but that just doesn't really make sense, right? It really doesn't make sense because the longer they wait, the more likelihood of a delay. The more of a likelihood there is of a delay. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Oh, my God. How many days can you guys hold off? 4 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's 5 days away. You guys can't even hold out 5 days? Hell, we were doing a 30-day countdown. Now it's not even that anymore. It's 5 days. And you guys still can't get on board with this. But once your favorite YouTubers come out of the woodwork, you're going to be like, oh, my God, Michael. And then you're going to come right back up in here, 250 viewers, 300 viewers, as opposed to 180 because it's a dead game right now. No one's sucking the cloud out of it because guess what? There's no cloud in this game. But there will be next week, and there will be for the rest of November, and there will be, until the trailer 2 drops and a little bit after that. That's what's going to happen. I've told you guys this time and time again. But we still don't want to listen. I'm cracking open the Mountain Dew until you guys start. Let's start moving that chat as we're going to wrap this up. We've been live for almost an hour, and that's too long. You guys need to wake up in here. This chat should be moving. We still haven't hit the goal of 100 likes. Pathetic. Where's the team effort in here? What does this taste like? Yeah, I don't know what that tastes like, but I'm not sure if I like it. Ooh, that might be the worst one. Jesus. I don't know what. It's like a blue cotton candy flavor. I'm not sure. Got a weird aftertaste. Oh. Okay, this guy says maybe we get a trailer and it gets delayed to 2026. Well, here's the thing. The game's dead. It's as simple as that. Because even if we do get a trailer in the next month or so, or even a few weeks, even if that's the case and they do push it, here's the thing. Because that's what they've already deflated the hype by saying 2025 and 2023. They said 2025 and 2023. You can go watch my initial reaction. It's in a video. You can watch my initial reaction, my first ever reaction to this trailer. And at the very end of the trailer, I was holding on to my seat essentially, and I was praying for a 2024 release. That would have been great, right? Well, we didn't get that. As soon as 2025 flashed up on the screen, I thought, well, fuck this game, right? It's late 2023. They're talking about a 2025 game with a potential 2026 pushback, right? Ain't nobody interested in that bullshit. Okay, well, if trailer 2 comes out and they do the same thing and they say, hey, guys, by the way, the game's now pushed to 2026, they can kiss that game and really just shove it up their ass. The game isn't worth waiting for if they're pushing it to 2026. I'm tired of waiting for this game. We have been waiting long enough for this game. If they push it to 2026, it will never, ever, ever live up to expectations. Even 2025 is absurd, but 2026, no one cares. Rockstar has to get this game out in 2025. I really, truly believe that. But I also believe that a delay is definitely in the cards and likely to happen. They have to have something to show for it. They have been totally quiet for nearly the entire year here, and that is actually very unusual because we look at the launch timeline for GTA 5, we look at the launch timeline for Red Dead Redemption 2. They had something to show for. Whether it was good or bad news, they had something to show for. So, we've been through it. We've discussed it. We have 5 more days to see if anything happens here. But I will tell you that if they go and they say fall 2025, the suits... I don't know who does the talking in these conference calls, but someone's basically a mouthpiece, and they basically have been regurgitating fall 2025 as the release timeline window for GTA 6. Well, if they have that to say, they're saying nothing, They're saying nothing. I'm telling you, folks, they're going to have to pull the curtain back. Because honestly, how hard would it be for Rockstar to make a new trailer? Like, it can't be that hard to make a new trailer. Even if the game isn't ready, they can just push out a trailer. Like, it cannot be that hard to whip something together within a few weeks. And I swear that the first trailer was whipped together in a few weeks. It just seems like it was. It seems like they made their announcement. When did they make their announcement? I swear. They made their announcement on November 8th, 2023, and the trailer came out, December 5th, 2023. I think within that time period, they threw the trailer together within about a month. Little under a month. I really honestly believe that. And maybe that's what's going to happen here, because even if the game doesn't come out in 2025, they could still throw a new trailer together. I don't think that would hurt. And it shouldn't take them too long, right? They should be experts at, you just record a few cutscenes, record a few moments of you don't really do too much, really, honestly. The hard part is probably getting the music, but shouldn't be a problem for Rockstar and Take-Two, because I'm sure they have a great working relationship with Tom Petty, and they can just license another Tom Petty song. And look at the latest Rockstar post. What is this guy saying? It's getting cold out here. This guy is saying, look at the latest Rockstar post. I don't know what that means. Rockstargames.com. GTA Online community update. What about it? It's just talking about GTA Online. I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. You should look at Rockstar's latest post. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything of significance there. Unless there's an Easter egg in there. Oh, you're talking about the moon? The chat is totally dead. Why should we continue the show? It's like I can't talk about this game until they actually pull the curtain back, and that's only potentially 5 days away. So I guess we're just gonna not have to. We're gonna have to go play Dragon Age Veilguard or whatever the hell that game's called, so we can have the woke people come in here and tell us the game is amazing, because I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We can't hit 100 likes. You guys can't chat. We're going to have to wait 5 more days and then maybe discuss this again. I think we're going to have to take another 4-day cool-off here with this game. There is a theory on the date. There is theory on date that been right in the past when trailer 1 came out. Have no idea. Let's learn how to put together a sentence. That made literally no sense. Put together a sentence in a way that makes sense. I mean, that made no sense, bud. The investor call is really what matters. I don't know about no fucking moon theory or whatever you guys are smoking over there. But the investor call is where they're going to have some answers. Rockstar has been. You don't how is this? Let me ask you this. Let's just logically break this one down. How is this game coming out in 2025 when they have been quiet for the entire year? Trailer 1 came out last year, bud. They have literally 0 updates in 2024 regarding GTA 6. There has to be an update this year because there hasn't been an update this year regarding GTA 6. The last time we heard officially about GTA 6 from Rockstar Games was in 2023 of December. There has not been a single update regarding this game in 2024. Rockstar have to have something to show for. Whether you agree or disagree, they have to have something to show for, especially if the game is still on track for fall of 2025. Last year, they pulled the curtain back November 8th, 2023. Why did they do that? Because they had to answer to the fucking investors. That's how this shit works. It's a business, okay? November 8th, 2023. Look, that was when the last conference call was regarding that that time frame. And look at what Rockstar did. They came out of the woodwork and they were forced to probably fucking talk because otherwise it wouldn't make fucking sense. November 6, 2024. This is a big date. 5 days, and that's all you guys have to wait. Oh, Lord. There's no theory here. It's common sense. There's no theory here. It's common sense. I have broken it down in a logical way. I've tried to explain it in a way that makes sense, but if you still can't get it, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't understand it, I don't know what to tell you. They will release new screenshots. Well, that's better than nothing. I think what they should do is release screenshots in addition to a trailer too, to hold us over. I think that's what's needed. Because after that, I don't need to see more of the game. Like, I'm not even trolling. Here's the thing. After trailer 2, I don't need to see more of the game. To be dead ass, I don't really need to see more of this game. If you know, because we'll have trailer 1, and we've seen that 100,000 times. We'll have potentially screenshots, maybe not. But if we have those screenshots, that's screenshots in addition to potentially another trailer. I don't need to see more of this game because I'll know right then and there if either this is going to be something special or not when trailer 2 drops, or even some new screenshots will be quite telling. Because it'll show if the graphics have improved or if it's still where they were with trailer 1. Yeah, this Mountain Dew doesn't taste that great. Can we... Guys, 5 more likes and we're at 100 likes. Shouldn't be that hard to hit the like button. The page is having a problem, by the way. Why is it doing this? Doesn't matter what browser you use. Doesn't matter what operating system you're on, Windows or Mac. It still crashes. I don't know. It's a YouTube problem. The trailer is coming out supposedly November 22nd. Where are you getting your fucking information from? This is right here what you need to focus on right now. The Take-Two investor call. I know this shit's boring, but I'm telling you, man, it makes the most logical sense. November 6, 2024. That's in 5 days from now. 5 days from now. Again, why is this so important? Last year, November 8th, 2023, remember that date, November 8th, 2023. We come down here, and guess what happened on November 8th, 2023? The Take-Two investor call. It's not a coincidence. Rockstar pulled the curtain back because they have to have something to show for. It's as simple as that. We need you to lock in here today. Because it's getting cold out here and we're losing daylight and battery. November 6, 2024 is the next Take-Two conference call. Now, I think they're actually... No, that's the only one that's scheduled. As far as I can see. So there's not a future one scheduled. It is November 6th, 2024. It is November 6th, 2024. We have hit 100 likes, finally, and we're almost at 200 viewers. We need you guys to lock in because in just 5 days, the curtain could be pulled back on this slop yet again. And last time when we streamed the trailer, we had over 1,000+ viewers watching. And I think that's going to happen again. And if Rockstar can give us a date on when this trailer 2 is coming out, we'll try and prepare a big show for it. Because gaming's dead, and we need something to chew on, even if it's woke slop. It's really that simple. So this is the biggest entity in all of video in terms of sales and the impact and just the popularity. So we need something to chew on, whether or not it's quality or what have you. So we will, if Rockstar can lay out a roadmap and a timeline for when this trailer 2 or whatever drops, we will try and do a bigger show and have a great, great time for trailer 2. Look up the moon and you will see. Fuck's this guy talking about? Get this guy off the drugs. Look at the moon and you will see. What moon? In the community post. This guy's saying look at the moon. What about the moon, bud? Here. Y'all are on some crazy stuff. Okay, so this is apparently what you guys are talking about. Let's go ahead and pull this up on the screen here. Let's go ahead and pull this up on the screen here. This is apparently what you guys are talking about. It makes zero sense. Something about the moon, right? Tell me what you're talking about. What's the current theory? You guys get tinfoil hats on with this crap. It's really not that elaborate. When does Rockstar ever put a little Easter egg in these screenshots? They actually don't. But these losers on the internet think that Rockstar is just. It's really not that. It's really not that deep. The investor call is the most important thing. So what about the moon? The moon. What do you want me to look at the moon? He's right. Look at the moon. It was true last time. They did this last year. Okay. Now you want me to go down the rabbit hole. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. So you're saying, I see what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if this is correct, because this is actually kind of funny. If this is what we're talking about here. So I'm going to go back to last year's online community update, right? That's what you're saying. And the moon is going to match that picture. That's what you're saying. Okay. I don't see how that has anything to do with GTA 6, but what does the moon have to do with GTA 6? Okay, so we're going to go back to 2023, November of 2023 for the Rockstar Newswire. We're going to look at this picture from online from then, and we're going to see if that's what you're talking about. If not, you're not explaining yourself at all. Okay, February, we're almost there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It would be November, correct, November. Oh, shit. November 30th. Hold on, let me click on this one. This one looks... There's no moon in this one. I don't know what you guys are smoking. Where's the moon? We're going to wrap the show up. If you can't explain the moon theory, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to explain it. I'd have to send a screenshot. I don't know what that means. I don't see the previous moon screenshot that you guys are talking about. When was the previous moon screenshot? I went back to November of 2023, and they had a community post about the online, but there wasn't a moon in the screenshot, so I don't know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about, but hold on, let me go back further. This is I don't understand how it has anything to do with GTA 6. What is the moon theory? You guys are not explaining yourself. Go to the AI and say, "Hey, you're just going to have to do that because you don't know how to." Moon theory, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to show you the moon theory. It's called getting you banned. Jeez. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Red Dead Online, Happy Halloween. No, there's no moon. I'm looking at October 2023 stuff. There's no moon anywhere. I don't. The moon has different phases for different dates, and the one on your screen is showing November 22nd. Okay. But okay, I understand that, but What about? Okay, but what did they? Let me ask you this. I understand that you're saying the moon on my screen has the November 22nd phase, right? Okay, but what about last year? Because you guys are acting like they did this last year. I don't remember anything about no moon. The investor call is in 5 days. That's the thing to focus on, not this moon crap. You guys are idiots. The investor call is in 5 days, bud. We're not focusing on some stupid theory about the moon. That's ridiculous. Take the tinfoil fucking hat off. Holy shit. Oh, the moon, by the way. What about the investor call? Isn't that more important? No, the moon is, by the way. A random screenshot on the fucking Rockstar Newswire post is, this just confirms the trailer, too, by the way. Not the investor call, right? Rockstar doesn't have to have anything to show for in 5 days, right? They're just going to tell their investors, stay put, it's coming in fall of 2025, and that's just, everyone's just going to clap and say, well, thank you for the update, right? Because that's not really an update. You have to realize they haven't talked about GTA 6 at all in 2024. Show me one post where they talked about GTA 6 in 2024. They haven't. They have not talked about this game at all this year. And this year is almost over. It's already November of 2024. Last year they did exactly the same. Show me the screenshot where they put the moon. It's not on the Rockstar Newswire. That's what I was looking for. So where did they put the moon? Where did they put the moon at? I understand what you guys are saying now, but I'm not seeing the moon screenshot. So where was the moon screenshot? Because I'm on the Rockstar Newswire right now, November 30th, it says new GTA Online update coming this December. There's a picture of a sports car. There's no moon. So where did they put the moon at? Hold on. I don't see a moon. If you guys can show me the moon, we can figure it out. Go to the September 29th, 2023 post. Okay. Well, that's a little too far back. This is a wild theory. This doesn't even make any sense. There is no September 29. There's September 28. Let's click on that one. That's Red Dead, bud. No, it isn't. There we go. I see what you're. No, I remember this screenshot. Here we go. This is what we finally have cracked the code here. Okay. This was the screenshot last year. Let's go ahead and get this up on the screen. And what you're saying, hold on, we figured this out in a way that makes sense. So that's the screenshot from last year. From September of 2023. So you're saying the moon. Okay, so what does the moon showcase? Does the moon explain it, because it doesn't make any sense. You're saying that the moon in this picture right here is December 5th, 2023. Is that what you're saying? Because if it is, then it makes a little sense. But I don't. I think that's a little far-fetched. Guys, the investor call is in 5 days. If you can't wait for that, I don't know what to tell you. And if we don't get an update after that investor call, then, well, then they have nothing to show for. And that's not a good sign for GTA 6. So you're getting an update in 5 days regardless, because if they don't have anything to show for in 5 days, then the game's probably delayed. It's not hard to figure out. This really isn't that hard to figure out this time around. They have not talked about this game from January 2024 to November 2024. They haven't said a thing about this game. We haven't gotten any information about this game. We haven't. Nothing. No screenshots. Absolutely zero. You've gotten zero. The game doesn't exist. That's why the hype is totally deflated. Rockstar, and it's unlike Rockstar, believe it or not, It's unlike Rockstar to stay that quiet. So in 5 days, when the investor call takes place, if we don't have an update on December 6, 2024, or a little thereafter, well, then quite frankly, I think this game is probably not coming in 2025. They have to have something to show for. You could argue, well, they could wait until spring. No, they can't wait until spring. I mean, they could, but they should at least give us a heads up because they have to have something to show for. The moon on last year's image shows the shape that it was on the day GTA 6 was revealed. The new moon shape will happen on the November 22nd. So you're saying, okay, let's run with the moon theory, and let's say you guys are correct with the moon theory. Let's go ahead and run with this theory and say that November 22nd is when the trailer is coming. Okay. Well, with that said, what about this investor call? What about this investor call that's in 5 days? What are they going to say? Do they come out of the woodwork like they did last year and make a post and say, we got things coming in regards to GTA 6, stay put? What do they do? Because last year they had a post out the same day as the investor call, and they gave us an update on the game. First, big information that it was coming. So what do we do this year? It's going to be a repeat is what it's going to be. They have to have something to show for it, folks. If this game is slated for 2025, the longer they go by staying silent, isn't really, well, that just doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. What new console? Why are we talking about a brand new console? They will talk about Mafia? No, they're not going to. Nobody cares about Mafia. You losers want to. Mafia 3 was a flop. Although I think it was interesting the way they. I'm not going to get into that. But the Mafia 1 remake was a total disgrace to the first game. It's Unreal Engine garbage. Or whatever. Actually, maybe it wasn't. But it was still terrible. Okay, nothing like the first game. You can't even ride the train in the Mafia. Let's not even talk about that. I made a video on that like 4 or 5, 6 years ago. Okay, the Mafia 1 remake is an asset flip of Mafia 3, which you guys hated that game, but you love Mafia 1 remake. Make that make sense. Same animation. We're not going to get into it, okay? But the new Mafia game is going to be low-budget, work-from-home COVID slop, okay? If you think that's going to be great, I don't know what to tell you. Hangar 13 lost all the talent. Well, maybe that's for the best. But there was tons of layoffs at Hangar 13. So if you think that small team is going to pull this together, maybe they can. Maybe that's what was needed. Because the guy that wrote Mafia 3 and Mafia 1 remake, or I think he was the director, I'm not sure, writer, director, whoever, maybe both, he was very anti-Trump, so very woke. Okay, so what's this talk about a brand new console? Someone is saying a brand new console is coming on November 22nd. What is coming on November 22nd? Someone says a brand new console is coming. There's no new console coming. PlayStation 5 Pro is out on November what? That's out next week, ain't it? James Figaro is in the building. That's what we love to see. James Figaro is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense.
Figaro has super chatted $5. The moon is a code not for us to crack.
That's what we love to see. James Figaro is in the building here. Coming through in a way that makes sense. James Figaro. James Figaro is in the building here today, coming through with the $5 super chat. And in a way that makes sense. Who said there's a brand new console? Where are you guys getting your fucking information from? What new console? Who's making the new console? Rockstar? You guys are... It's time to lay off whatever you're smoking. Where is the new console coming on November 22nd? From who? Who's making a brand new console on November 22nd? We're going to start banning. It's getting ridiculous in here. We're losing daylight. It's getting cool out here. And you guys are talking about a new console. I don't know what you're talking about. No one knows when GTA 6 is coming? I do. It's right on the screen. Like, I don't know. It's right there. Do we need to zoom in and make it more clear? It's right here. This is when the game's coming, bud. This is when we're getting an update on this game. Oh, they're going to talk about Mafia, by the way. No. Ain't nobody cares about Mafia, okay? That franchise fell off years ago. The last game was 4+ years ago. Come on. Mafia, by the way. And you know, the new Mafia, they just wanted to copy Red Dead 2, so they set it back to like 1912 or some bullshit like that where you're riding a fucking horse around. Nobody wants that garbage. That's not Mafia. That's some fucking Red Dead 2 knockoff. Nobody wants that. So they wanted to copy Red Dead 2 and have it where you're riding horses around in Italy or some shit like that. And it's like, well, that... Who was asking for that? Not a single soul. I didn't say they were dropping the trailer. I said they're going to announce the trailer next week. I didn't say they're dropping the trailer next week. I said they're going to announce the trailer. They're not dropping the trailer next week. I mean, they could. We don't really know. But I will tell you that Moonshot is the console code name. I work in a patent. Okay. Okay, buddy. Oh, my God. You guys are smoking something very strong on this Friday night. We got to wrap this show. It's November 1st, bud. Jeez. Dan Hauser is woke. Look at Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, we're not going to have that discussion. We're not going to talk about that game. I've already covered that game years ago, 7, 8 years ago. Where have you guys been? You know, that's my big question. Where have you guys been? I've been covering that game for years. But y'all think it's some like new little, oh, Michael's just saying it sucks for attention. Nope. We made videos. We made videos 7, 8 years ago on the game. And if you guys can't handle it, then don't watch it. Work, by the way, you're not coming out of the basement. Work, by the way. Okay, buddy. GTA 6 trailer 2 next month. Well, that's what we're thinking. The Take-Two investor call is in 5 days. It's right up on the screen, November 6, 2024. Why this is significant is because last year, Rockstar came out of the woodwork on November 8th, 2023. And if we come over here and scroll down, you'll see that they gave us an update November 8, 2023. And that's not just a coincidence. I don't know what they said at that investor call last year on November 8, 2023. Maybe they didn't say anything. Maybe they said everything. I don't remember. But I know Rockstar Games came out of the woodwork on November 8, 2023 and said, hey, look, we got a trailer coming for you. I don't know why you guys just can't believe this. November 6, 2024, that's in 5 days. You're getting an update on this game. They have nothing to show for. They have to have something to show for. I don't know what you think. I don't understand. The game is slated for fall 2025. They have to have something to show for. You can't ring this into the new year and say, well, we still are working on the game, guys. And it's like, no one cares. Who's going to where's the hype train? Where no one cares about this game. The trends, this game has completely hit rock bottom. because they have nothing to show for. Last year, Rockstar released the screenshot where the moon what showed December 1st. Guess its release date on November 1st. I have no idea what you're talking about. Cyberpunk has better marketing than GTA 6. GTA 6 is already late if you think about it. Well, then they need to have then they should have no excuse. They need to start getting this trailer going. And honestly, even if the game isn't ready, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to put together a trailer, to be honest. I mean, it really shouldn't be that hard. Even if the game isn't ready, and even if they know it might not reach fall 2025 for the release, it shouldn't be that hard for them to put together a trailer. It doesn't take that long to put together a trailer. They could easily crank one out in a month. I mean, they don't have to show anything. Now, if they're going to manually go into these, like, scenes and add stuff, then, yeah, that's going to take more time. Like the beach scene in GTA 6 Trailer 1, you know, who knows if that's going to be like that in the game? Probably not. Because they did that in the past with GTA 5. They showed you some stuff in the trailer that was never in the game. It's very disingenuous. It's worse than Ubisoft, actually. But it's Rockstar, so they get a pass. The GTA 5 Trailer 1, it shows, like, joggers, like, jogging and looking back realistically, and it's like, you never see that shit in the game. So it's like, are we getting a repeat here for GTA 6, or did they actually learn their lesson? You know, or is what we're seeing in the trailer actually going to come to fruition in the gameplay in any sort of capacity? Because if it isn't, then you're going to have. I mean, you can't show the beach. We'll go to the trailer here. I think it's up. You can't show this trailer here.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you can't show that, and that has to be in the game. Well, because if it's not, people are going to go back to this trailer, and they're going to look at the beach in Trailer 1 here, and compare it to the final game. And if the final game doesn't look even remotely like this, it's going to be a huge L for Rockstar. So now they have to ensure that this is actually what we're going to get when we play the game. At least, even if it's a cutscene or whatever, it's got to look like this. Like, in fact, it might have to look better. It might have to look better. I didn't say it was CGI. But do you really think the beach is going to be this crowded when you play the game? Do you really think there's going to be this many NPCs when you play the game? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying this is CGI. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know why you guys are talking about a new video game console. Where are you getting your fucking information from? Why is everyone talking about a new video game console? I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't know if there's like some big new rumor coming out, or I don't know what you guys are talking about with some video game console. I don't. Maybe the PlayStation 5 Pro is what you're talking about. And you know, if you play this game on the PlayStation 5 Pro, in my opinion, the beach has to be 1-to-1. Like, they can't cut corners, especially on PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, I will tell you, Xbox Series S, for them to make the beach look like this on Xbox Series S, that would be crazy to say the least. So there might be they might be cutting some corners on Series S, but for PlayStation 5 and especially PlayStation 5 Pro, they shouldn't be cutting corners. Look at the beach in the opening scene before this, the scene from above. Georgie's coming through. That's what we love to see. Georgie's coming.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. What's up, Michael?
That's what we're talking about. Georgie is in the building, and he's coming through. Yeah, we're going to put you on the acknowledgement board here. Hello, Georgie. Hello, Georgie. Georgie is coming through. That's what we love to see. Georgie is in the building, coming through in a way that makes sense. Okay, I don't know what you guys are obsessed with the moon stuff. I don't. The investor call is more important than some moon theory, but you guys are just going to sit there and say, well, they're going to talk about Mafia. Who cares about Mafia? You know, and they have nothing to show for it in regards to that game. And that game's supposed to be out next year too, right? Let's make that one sense. In fact, Rockstar does have more to show than the Mafia Old Country for Old Men or whatever the hell that game's called. The new Mafia game that was announced a few months ago, the CGI trailer, in-game trailer, whatever it was, teaser. They ain't got nothing to show for in regards to that game. Where the hell's that game at? It's a fantasy game. Do you think GTA 6 will have a fully interactive Disneyland? No, it'll probably be abandoned or closed. Or even if it's open, it'll be a mission or something like that. You're not going to be able to... I mean, look at GTA 4. GTA 4 has an amusement park, but it's closed. That's how they're going to do it again. Now, you know, I will say this. That would be a mind-blowing moment where it's like, what if they do have a working and active amusement park and Jason and Lucia, you know, they're dating, they can go there and have fun, and you can ride the rides and shit like that. That'd be that'd be cool as hell. That'd be a change of pace instead of it being closed or abandoned, because that's the easy way to do it. In Mafia 3, there's an amusement park, but guess what? That area is flooded within the game, so it's abandoned. Molly is coming through yet again with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Holy shit, we shit in the britches out here. God damn.
Through super chats. Michael is the sexiest on YouTube. 2 hearts.
That's what we're talking about. Molly is coming through so hard and so strong with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Plowing hard and strong here with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Let's go ahead and get that on the acknowledgement board here. The two-time Tony Hawk combo from Molly. She's in the building, and she's making a damn point here today. With the two-time Tony Hawk the support in here today is just unprecedented. Molly is in the building with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Let's get some dubs up on the motherfucking chat. Look at that acknowledgement board here today. Big support here today, November 1st. Kicking November off in a way that makes sense. It's what we love to see. In the building with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. The whole system is lagging. It's getting really cold out here. We're going to have to refresh this here. Coming through in a way that makes sense. FT is in the building. Brand new member. That's what we love to see. FT is in the building. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and put you out. Brand new member. It's what we love to see. FT is in the building, coming through. Coming through with a brand new membership here. And as such, I'm going to add you to the acknowledgement board. Molly with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Georgie. James Figaro. Mike with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Shake and Bake. Demetrius Trump. Michael Wilson. And, of course, the big one earlier, Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast. He came through with the 500. Not sure where he went, but nonetheless, that is the acknowledgement board for today's show. We need you guys to lock in here. Look at the beach in the scene from above where it says Rockstar Presents. That is how the beach will look in the game. Mike is coming through yet again with, I believe, now the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see.
$5. In the same breath of the Disneyland question, can it do worse than Spider-Man 2?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, the amusement park in that game is absolute garbage. Well, the roller coaster isn't even finished. Oh, God, that game sucks. Could have been way better. The first game's way better. But the second game is even worse. It just gets worse. So they shouldn't make a third one, I'll tell you that, because it's going backwards in terms of quality. Mike in here with a 3-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see in the building. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Mike in here with a 3-time Tony Hawk combo. So again, if you're just joining us here, we have what the hell's that? We have the Take-Two investor call in about 5 days from now as of this broadcast, November 6, 2024. And, well, we're running out of memory here. I don't know what's going on. Last year, November 8th, 2023, is when Rockstar gave us our first update on the future game GTA 6. And that was right in line with the investor call last year. So that's what we're waiting for. November 8th, 2023, November 8th, 2023, November 8th, 2023, November 8th, 2023. And we scroll up in about 5 days. The new investor call is taking place on December 6th, 2024. That is likely our update surrounding, I don't know if you saw any of that, but surrounding this game. The wait is almost over. It should be anyway. That I can tell you. No, I'm not the new Mr. Boss. Mr. Boss is making 5 videos a day on this game. I haven't. Someone else is coming through hard and strong. FT is in the building. That's what we love to see. FT is coming through hard and strong with the 20.
20 Canadian dollars through Super Chat.
Holy
What
fuck.
do you think of the Dragon Age Unvulgard? A lot of the people say each is sending people copyright strikes or something.
Really? Well, we haven't played it. We haven't played it, and I don't think we will. Because it looks like a mobile game to me. And I know there's other issues with the game that are very political, but looks like a mobile game to me. FT is in the building and coming through hard and strong with the $20 super chat. Holy motherfucking shit. That's what we love to see. FT's coming through. Brand new member as well, coming through with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. In the building, plowing through with the 20. But we haven't played the new Dragon Age. I was thinking about it yesterday. But I don't know if we would have anyone tuning in for that slop, and I don't even know what those games are. I didn't play the one on Xbox 360, so it says it's an RPG, but when I look at the gameplay, it looks like a mobile game it looks like Boulder's Gate, and I'm not really interested in playing another one of them. I mean, the combat might not be like that, but it looks like one of them games where you're with your teammates and you got to power them up and all this other, just give me a normal RPG and we could sink our teeth into that, but Okay, we are on low battery here. 20%. We're losing daylight out here. We're going to have to wrap this up soon. Okay, the whole computer's freezing. We're having glitches and issues out here. That I can tell you. Trump 2024. We're having issues out here. Why does that keep... You're saying November 22nd. The Take-Two investor call is in 5 days. I think if Rockstar stays silent, then it's going to be a swerve this year. Last year they came out right after the investor conference call, and they updated us and they said, "Hey, look, we got a trailer coming for you in early December or some shit like that." And then you had to wait for a release date on that trailer. So there was a big hype train for it. And I think history is going to repeat itself. And I think next week they're going to announce the trailer. Not display the trailer, but announce it. And say it's coming in early December again. I mean, honestly, they have to have something to show for. The game is supposed to come out next year. It's the biggest game on the planet. Where the hell is this game? Rockstar hasn't said anything in an entire year nearly. I mean, that's unusual for Rockstar. If you look at the launch timelines for Red Dead Redemption 2, if you look at the launch timelines for Grand Theft Auto 5, there was at least screenshots for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. In under a year, there was a new trailer. So from trailer 1 to trailer 2, that was less than a year. And they pulled the curtain back on that game, even though it was delayed, I believe. So you got updates, maybe not the best updates, but you got updates for those games. GTA 5, you got new screenshots. This game, we have gotten absolutely nothing for the entirety of 2024, and that is absolutely insane. The trailer 1 came out in December of 2023, not this year. So we're approaching the 1-year anniversary for that trailer, and if Rockstar stays silent, this game is not coming out. There ain't no way this game's coming out in 2025. That would be absolutely insane. Watch the trailer. Well, we've been watching it, but we're going to have to wrap this up. We're losing daylight. I can barely see myself on the screen. They want to watch the trailer again. We can't. It crashed. We can't. It crashed. Oh, you guys can't even see that, can you? There we go, right there. It crashed. Mike is coming through with the 4-time Tony Hawk combo. Holy fucking shit.
Mike super chatted $5. You got to buy the Mac Mini, got to start shilling Apple so they give new hardware.
Exactly. I mean, the Mac Mini looks amazing. For $600, it fits in your hand. You're getting great power with it. Let me tell you that. You're getting great power. And it can play games too. So, yeah. I think that is I think the new Mac Mini is badass. I think that thing is really, really awesome. For what I can tell, anyway. Mike is coming through with the 4-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and update the acknowledgement board here. I don't know if this is still working because seems to be lagging. Mike is coming through with the 4-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see, the 4-time Tony Hawk combo. Mike is in the building, coming through in a way that makes sense. Cyberpunk is coming to the Mac next year. I don't know how that's going to run on the Mac, but I guess they figured it out. Most of the Resident Evil games are on the Mac. Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming to the Mac. Assassin's Creed Mirage is on the Mac. There's a ton of games on the Mac. Control is on the Mac. I think it is anyway. It's going to be. Not that you would want to play that trash-ass game. But I'm just saying there's a lot of games coming. I think RoboCop is coming to the Mac as well. So they're adding games that were big within the last few years. So they're getting there. In the next 5 or so years, they'll have a pretty expansive library. We're going to have to wrap this up, folks. Wait for the Take-Two console code name. I don't know. We must have had... You guys came in here with your moon theory. I'm not following it that closely. I'm following it from a logical standpoint, not this moon theory shit. We had about 200 viewers in here. I'm not sure where they all went, but we're going to have to wrap this up, folks. It's getting dark out here. I got no sunlight anymore, and it's getting chilly. Yeah, we got less battery than we did when we started. So we're going to have to wrap it up here shortly. Maybe another 5 minutes here, another 5 minutes, and then we're going to be wrapping this up here. Because I can barely, it's getting dark out here. Another 5 minutes. So we got another 5 minutes here, and then we're going to be wrapping this up. Last call here. Well, let's see if we can play the trailer again. See if we can get that back up. Let's refresh that and see if that fixes it here. And it should fix it. We're going to come back to the trailer. And we're going to play it. Because that's what you guys want to see.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
The whole thing is lagging. We can't play it. Let's get it.
She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other to hold, but love
Oh, man.
is a long, long road. Yeah, love is a long, long
Well, look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
Won't swap. $20.25, by the way. Yeah, we would love to see that. 2025, by the way. That's what they say. Well, where's that update? We have gone nearly an entire year since that trailer, and there's not an update. Zero. And you tell me the game is still coming in 2025. Okay, bud. Because now they basically have a year. Now they basically have just 1 year. If they have still nothing to show for it, a 12-month gap here, then, well, the game isn't ready. It's that simple. Alrighty, folks, I think that is going to do it. We're going to wrap this up. It's barely responding right now. We're lagging. It's having issues, very much so. So we're going to have to wrap it up here. That is going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And we're gonna go one more time through the acknowledgement board here. Big support here today, November 1st. Songwriters behind the podcast curtain coming through hard and strong with the gargantuan $500 super chat. Michael Wilson is in the building. Demetrius Trump, Jake and Bake in the building. Mike coming through with a 4-time Tony Hawk combo. Molly in the building coming through so hard and so strong with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Jason Figaro is in the building. Georgie's in the building. FT is in the building, brand new member, and coming through strong as well. That's what we love to see. Big shout out and big dubs. So with that said, we are going to wrap it up here. That is going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you guys later. It's over.